How to do a telepathy test. Professor Chris French is currently the head of the Anomalistic Psychology Research Unit at Goldsmiths College, University of London. Although he's a self-confessed skeptic of the paranormal, he regularly performs tests and experiments into the existence of paranormal abilities. In this film, Professor French explains the workings behind a series of telephone telepathy experiments being conducted at Goldsmiths College. Step 1. What is telephone telepathy?
Lots of people are familiar with the experience of telephone telepathy. It refers to that situation where, for example, you may be thinking about someone that you've not seen for a very long time, and the phone goes and it's them. Or alternatively, the phone might ring and before you pick it up you get a very strong sense that you know who it is who's calling, and you pick the phone up and sure enough it is that person.
Step 2. Test for telephone telepathy.
What you do is you get 5 people together, one of whom reports that they often experience telephone telepathy, and they nominate 4 friends or relatives to also take part in the experiment. You get them all in the right place at the right time on the day, preferably with the receiver, the person who's going to be receiving the calls, in a distant location. You get the 4 possible senders all in another location. You make sure that everybody's got their mobile phone switched off. There's no way that anybody could communicate with the receiver other than telepathically. At pre-specified times, you will then randomly select one of the 4 people, and that person makes a call to the receiver. At the other end, the receiver, before they actually pick the phone up, guesses which of the 4 people is calling them.
Okay, I think this is Sue. Hello. Hi, Denise. I thought you were Sue.
Now, typically in a block of trials, we would run about 10 trials, and just by chance you'd expect people to guess correctly 1 in every 4, so they'll get 2 or 3 right over a series of 10 trials. If you find that actually they get a lot more than that right, then you'd have what we call a statistically significant result, a result which looks as if it's not just down to pure guesswork.
Oh. I think that will be Margaret.
Okay.
Hello. Margaret. Yes. Excellent.
Now what we would typically do would be to run several of these blocks with different people and put all the results together and look at overall whether or not we have evidence that perhaps telepathy is really taking place. You can test whether you might have psychic abilities. This is one approach that you could take.